Alright, welcome back to the Quarantine Diaries. It is day 11, the 21st of March. We're so close to the end. Just a few more days and then it's done. We're out and yeah. Shit, we'd be out. Today I thought I'd talk about something that seems to affect a lot of people. And that's the price of quarantine. Bearing in mind, this will only be applicable to people in Howard Springs. Might apply to other places, I'm not sure, but you want to research that on your own. But anyway, Howard Springs International Quarantine Facility. This book actually says it's from February, I just realised that. So the cost of this is $2,500, 2,500 Australian per person. I believe families pay $5,000. I'm not in a family, so I have no idea. And that's a big cost. Tickets on the DFAT flights started at $1,500 and just went up. Tickets on any other airline cost anywhere from $1,000 upwards. I know I was paying, I had $1,500, $2,000 that was just floating around. Flights getting cancelled, getting bumped, until I could get the DFAT flight. But coming back in that $2,500 plus the cost of your flight and plus the cost of any travel on that you're doing, because chances are you're not living in Darwin, Australia's a big place. You've got there's plenty of places. So if you're traveling onwards, that $2,500 that quickly becomes like $4,000, $5,000. A lot of money. It's a lot of money for a lot of people. There is a payment plan that Howard Springs can set up for you to repay over a 12-month period, which is great. But also, if like me, you've not worked in quite some time, there is something else you can do. If you qualify for low income reduction, you can halve the cost. So, full fee for 14-day quarantine, $2,500 for individuals. But the fee for 14-day mandatory quarantine with low income reduction is $1,250. They just slash it right in half. So, how do you do this? Well, if you look in your booklet and you head to page 37, you have here a page of fees, and it's this part here that we're interested: low income reduction. So to request a reduction of your quarantine fees due to financial circumstances, you've not worked in who knows how long, please contact quarantine assistance at health.gov.au as soon as possible. Now, I only noticed this today, and this is day 11, so I'm sending an email off straight after this. You'll be asked to provide evidence of your current income within 14 days of your departure from Howard Springs. Now, the evidence could be any of the following: Centrelink notice or statement or letter or pension card, signed and witnessed statutory declaration stating current income, or the one that's most likely to be available for all Australians everywhere, Australian tax assessment or a payment summary dated 2019-2020, your tax return from 2020. If you go to mygov.com.au or my.gov.com.au, whatever the hell it is, if you're signed up for that, then you'll have all your tax returns on the website, and you will be able to access that, download a statement, and show them how much you actually made. I've seen some things that they don't accept foreign statements of income. It has to be an Australian statement of income. But if you have been out of work and out of Australia, your statement, your tax declaration, your tax return will state that you paid no tax because you made no money. So then you should qualify for the low income reduction. So you also got to do things like your full name, date of birth, Australian address after departing Howard Springs, your phone number, full details of anyone you're quarantining with. So yeah, it's whack in as much information as you can. But if you are struggling to cover the cost of this, firstly, it doesn't look like it's not like at the end of the day when you're leaving, they give you a credit card, which they give you enough processing, and you say, pay us $2,500. You can set up a, 12-month long payment period. Payment plans are available, which will allow you to pay your invoice off over a 12-month period. In order to establish a payment plan and apply a fee reduction, we require the following. So send everything as soon as you get here. Send all of that to quarantineassistance@health.gov.au. You will find it in the booklet, page 37. That's the email there. Because that softens the blow. And I know that some people are going to say, if you want to come back, you've got to pay the full amount. Most people don't realize the hell that we went through trying to get back. The cancelled flights, the loss of job, the bumper flights, the constant, we don't know when we're going to be back. I didn't know when I was going to get a call. I got a call one day saying, hey, there's a flight tomorrow if you can take it. I wasn't close enough to anywhere to get a COVID test, so I had to say no, which was a real slap in the face that I could be called within 24 hours, but I couldn't get to a centre to have a COVID test to prove I was negative. And you need that test. You need that negative COVID test to take a flight. If you're with Qantas, you can only get that from designated Qantas facilities. I believe they're Collingson and it's one other person. I went and I actually got mine done at Heathrow Airport when I knew I had a flight. But if you get here and you are stressing about money, there is the low income reduction available to you. It's available to all of us. You just got to prove that you qualify for it. So once you get here, Howard Springs Handbook, page 37. That's the page you want. It's at the back of the book. That's the page you want, because that's the page that's going to help you save almost $1,500. That's a lot of money. Yeah. But I thought that would be something helpful to go through today. So yeah. 3 days left. Yeah. Well, the usual stuff then. If you're watching this and you're an Australian and you're stuck overseas, register with DFAT if you haven't already done. Even if you don't wish to return at this point in time, click that little box that says, I am not currently seeking to return to Australia. And there you go. You're still registered. You still have your information there. So if anything does turn south, you can just change that and you can hopefully get a flight back. If you're Australian and you are currently in Australia, awesome. Also, message all your mates and family that are overseas and say, hey, you're registered with the FAT. And then if you're not Australian, if you know any Australians, just contact them. Just ask them, But anyway, yeah, that's low income reduction, and that is day 11. So cheers, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.